What's up, trainers? Jumpmaster here, bringing you exciting Pokemon Go news and updates with tips and tricks on how to enhance your Pokemon Go gameplay and experience. Today, we're going to be doing some more Ferocious Cup battles. We're going to be doing it with one of my scrim partners. His name is Pollhdlfjkusokx. Don't really know how to pronounce that. Real cool backstory on how that name was made back when he had his account reset or something like that. But this will be a best of 7 series. So this first match, I am going to lead Nidoqueen, Skuntank as a safe switch, and Umbreon. Now, this is the 6 people that I have been practicing with mostly for my Ferocious Cup tournament that is coming up. So we see he leads with Skuntank. I'm pretty comfy in this position, so we're going to stay right here. We're going to build up to this first Earth Power, knowing the Crunch is going to come in first. Go ahead and get a little bit of extra energy, block up this first Crunch. We're going to continue to use them Poison Jabs on that Skuntank, although he is resisting it. And we're going to launch this Earth Power, trying to get that shield, so we do. So this right here, he's going to use a Crunch towards me, and I am going to let this go through. And I'm going to build up a little more energy, and then launch this Earth Power, once again, right back at that Skuntank. He does block that, and now I'm up 1 shield. I tried to switch, but I got sticky swapped, so this Crunch will KO that Nidoqueen. Down goes Nidoqueen, and I come in with my Skuntank, and we're going to build up to the Sludge Bomb since he switched right there into that Bibarel. That Bibarel's Water Gun is going to be doing a lot of damage to us due to how many water guns that it can throw at us and how fast it can. So we will block this first Surf that's incoming. And down goes his Bibarel. He's going to throw his Skuntank back out at us. So we were trying to use our Crunch for that KO. That is KO range. And it was a QSA. He did get QSA advantage right there. Or I'm sorry, CMP advantage. And then out comes Alolan Ninetales, which is no bueno for me because I have Umbreon in the back. So that's pretty much going to be a wrap for this game right here. He will take the first game. But continuing forward, I do throw that Last Resort, and I am trying to get up to this Foul Play. This is not going to KO that Alolan Ninetales, but that Alolan Ninetales should have a charge move ready, and it does. Whether it's a Psyshock or Ice Beam, it will KO. And that will be GG's for that first round, or first game. Going into that next game, I will lead with Bibarel, have Alolan Ninetales in the middle, and put Umbreon in the back. I'm actually going to use that Alolan Ninetales as a safe switch, I believe. So we see that he starts with his Lairon. I do have the advantage here, so I just go ahead and get ready. Out comes his Bibarel, so we decide to just go ahead and stay in. We're going to go ahead and launch this first Hyper Fang at that Bibarel. He does shield, so we do immediately switch into our Umbreon. This put us at a great advantage during the match. We know this is probably a Surf, so we will block that up just to conserve some health. And we're going to save up a little bit of energy, probably till we get to about 2 Last Resorts. So we take that next Surf, and now we're going to use Last Resort on his Bibarel just to inflict some damage. This will not KO, but it will be close, and we'll go right on into that Foul Play, because we don't want to take any more damage from that Bibarel's Water Gun or Charge moves. So, down goes his Bibarel, and he does play his Skuntank next, which was a pretty safe swap on his part. So we are going to build up to this Last Resort to start trying to deal damage to that Skuntank. He does let that go through, and we immediately switch into our Alolan Ninetales just to absorb the Sludge Bomb. And now we're just going to try and charm down that Skuntank to where there's just a little bit of health left. And I think I play my Bibarel just to Water Gun it down right here. And go ahead and start building up a little bit of energy. Out comes his Lairon. We both have 1 shield, but we know that our matchup with Bibarel versus Lairon is positive, so we're just going to block that first Body Slam, throw the Surf at him to get that second shield, and then just Water Gun him down. This Lairon's second Body Slam is not enough to KO our Bibarel, but we will just Water Gun him down like I said, and that's GG's for Game 2. Going into Game 3, I do start with Nidoqueen, play Skuntank as a safe switch, and Bibarel in the back as a closer. So out comes the Skuntank, and we saw this earlier, so I still am pretty comfortable with this right here. So we are going to build up and let this first crunch come through. I don't think I shield right here, shouldn't be a shield. I do shield, okay. I do shield that first crunch, and we're just going to build up and throw this first Earth Power at that Skuntank, hoping to get that shield. And we do. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Skuntank, and he does play his Alolan Ninetales since we swapped. So since we're at a Sludge Bomb first, we will launch that at the Alolan Ninetales. And we do get a second shield. And we're going to try to just sit here and build up to another Sludge Bomb and throw that at that Alolan Ninetales to KO it. And down goes that Alolan Ninetales. We're waiting for him to come out with his next. It's going to be the Bibarel. It just water guns us straight down. And it does have the energy advantage on us. So we will play our Bibarel head to head because we are up one shield. So he will get to a Hyper Fang right here before us. I'm pretty sure this is a Hyper Fang, so we're going to block that up. But he did get the shield bait. It was a Surf. So we do just water gun him down just a little bit. And now we're going to launch this Hyper Fang at his Bibarel. And that's almost enough to KO, plus one more water gun for the energy gain. Out comes his Skuntank. This right here will more than likely be a crunch. Nope, it's a Sludge Bomb. It's almost enough to KO, but not enough to take out our Bibarel. And we will Surf, and we were going to switch into Nidoqueen just to be safe. Going into the next game, I think I choose to play Alolan Ninetales with Umbreon in the back, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to bring Nidoqueen or if I wanted to bring my Bibarel. But I think I just play it with Skuntank. Yep, just play it with Skuntank. So going into this next matchup, we do lead with the Alolan Ninetales, and he does lead with his Bibarel. Once again, this is still a decent matchup for us, so he does switch into a Skuntank. So since we've already done so much damage to that Skuntank, and we do have him switch locked, we go ahead and switch into our Umbreon. And we're going to let that Sludge Bomb come through and build up just a little bit of energy, and then throw this first Last Resort, hoping to get a shield. He does let that go through. So now he is in KO range of Foul Play. So we are going to block this next Sludge Bomb. But we're just going to charge up a little bit of energy, and then we're going to launch that Foul Play at the Skuntank for the KO. But he does block it, smart move on his part, but we will launch the second Foul Play since we already had that energy stored up. He chooses to block it again. Now he's completely out of shields. I missed a switch, so I decided I'll just let the Umbreon go down. And then I think I come out with my Alolan Ninetales right here just to build up a little bit of energy. So down goes the Skuntank. We're at the one shield advantage. We did get to that Psyshock, but he got the CMP advantage there. So we will block this Surf because we are in KO range of that Surf. And now we're going to launch the Psyshock at that Bibarel, which is almost going to KO it. And then that Charm would have taken it out, but he went and switched into his Raikou. Now, if you don't know, Raikou has a very high attack stat in Pokemon Go, so that Wild Charge will be doing massive damage to us. So out comes our Skuntank, our last Pokemon, versus this Raikou. As you can see right there, there was a little bit of lag that we were having. So this will be a Wild Charge, and look just how much damage it does. That is just insane. So we want to get rid of that. We're going to go ahead and use this Crunch right here just to get rid of that Raikou, and then just Poison Jab down that Bibarel. Going into our next match, we're going to lead Umbreon with Skuntank as a safe switch, and actually try to play Nidoqueen in the back. This is something I haven't tried yet until this matchup, so let's see how this goes. He does leave with Skuntank. I'm pretty comfortable with this match right here, so I'm going to build up to this Last Resort. Let his Crunch or his Sludge Bomb, more than likely a Sludge Bomb, we're going to block that and continue to build up some energy, and then we're going to launch this Last Resort. As you can see, I was trying to QSA it, but instead I just went ahead and played the Last Resort just to do some damage. Incoming right here will probably be another Sludge Bomb. I do let that go through, so I have chose to use that Last Resort I had saved up, but he had switched into that Alolan Ninetales, so we know to immediately switch into our Nidoqueen, and we can just farm that all the way down, and just deletes that Alolan Ninetales. So whatever he has coming out next is going to meet this Earth Power that we have saved up. It's going to be his Bibarel. We are super weak to that, but we are going to try and get rid of it. So there goes one of his shields. We're going to get up to another Earth Power, and we're going to launch this off at that Bibarel. Going to pull that second shield right here. And that Bibarel is just going to farm us down. So we can come back with Umbreon or play our Skuntank. More than likely, I think I come back with my Umbreon, which I do. And then I do try to immediately switch into that Skuntank to catch the charge move. But I got sticky switched, so down goes my Umbreon. And now I have Skuntank left, and we are up one shield. This right here is going to be another Surf, so we are going to block that up. And then he does switch into his Skuntank, but we will use this Crunch to try to KO. And down goes the Skuntank, out comes his Bibarel. It's a race to the charge move. We get to this Crunch right here, and that will be Nighty Night Bibarel. So that is another good game that me and Poll had. All these are good games, technically, you know. So this next matchup, we're actually going to bring in Minun with Skuntank in the middle and Umbreon in the back, because he hasn't seen me play with the Minun yet. So we leave with the Minun, but we get met with Lairon. So we're going to immediately switch into our Skuntank, and those Metal Claws are going to do pretty good damage. You know, they come in pretty quick. He builds up to Body Slams. If you were unaware of that, Lairon is a good sleeper Pokemon for charm counters, especially Alolan Ninetales. So we block that second Body Slam, and now we're going to launch our first Crunch at him. And as you can see, it doesn't do too much damage, but we do get to the second Crunch, and we're going to go ahead and launch the second Crunch at that Lairon, hoping to KO, but he does block it up. So now it is 1-1 shields. He knows if he doesn't Body Slam right here, he would have got caught with another Crunch, so we let our Skuntank go down to this Body Slam. We're going to come out with our Umbreon, and we're going to build up to this Foul Play and Last Resort, but he does switch to that Alolan Ninetales, so we'll immediately switch into our Minun, and we're going to build up to a Thunderbolt and try to shield bait right here, but he does let this go through. I wasn't expecting that. And this right here, he is trying to Psyshock us, so that would do a decent amount of damage, so we use our shield. Now we're just going to build up to a Discharge, and we're going to launch this Discharge. I think his shield, he uses it right here. Nope, he lets his Alolan Ninetales go down. I think he does elect to throw Lairon, which he does. We don't have any more health left. That lets me know he has something in the back that he does not want my Minun to meet. So out comes my Umbreon, and I will use this Last Resort just to go ahead and try and take care of that Lairon. But as you know, Last Resort is not very effective. I should have just went with straight Foul Play. That was a mistake on my part. So down goes his Lairon, out comes his Skuntank. We're in a super bad position. He has full health, and he has the shield advantage. So we will use this Last Resort, and we're going to try to just get as many Last Resorts in as we can. But with this Crunch coming in, or Sludge Bomb is going to deal massive damage to the Umbreon, and that is GG's again. So going into the next matchup, we choose to bring our Alolan Ninetales, our Nidoqueen, with the Umbreon in the back. This is a pretty standard setup for players that have been playing in the Ferocious Cup tournament lately. And we are met with the Lairon. That is no bueno for us, so we do immediately switch into our Nidoqueen. We're going to try to get the Earth Power. He comes out with the Skuntank. We're definitely going to get a shield right here. He does not want to get met with that Earth Power. And he's going to build up to a Crunch. We see that we get the defense drop, which is extremely well whenever you're playing Earth Power on an opponent. So we do get to another Earth Power, and we're going to go ahead and launch that off. And I think he lets this go through. He did realize he had a defense drop, so it's probably why he let that go through right there. We know he has a Lairon in the back. It is going to come out and hit us with a Body Slam or a Rock Slide. He elects to use Body Slam, so we're trying to get up to another Earth Power. We do choose to shield this Body Slam right here, and I tried to switch just to save the energy at the moment, but I got sticky swap, so I elected to use my Earthquake. He does block that, so I switched into my Umbreon, and then out comes his Alolan Ninetales. He got me again with the Umbreon stick. So this is a bad situation for us. We're going to try to build up to another last resort, and we do get to it. We're just trying to inflict as much damage upon that Umbreon as we possibly can. His Umbreon will have a charge move ready for whatever I choose to send out, so it all depends on what I want to sack right here. I am just going to throw my own Alolan Ninetales out, and we're just going to eat that charge move. I should have let my Nidoqueen come out. That was a big mistake on my end, but then again, he does have body slams that he saved up, so I should have probably waited to switch for the energy reset. But then out comes this Alolan Ninetales, and down he goes from that Lairon. Thank you everybody for watching my videos, and a major thanks to everybody out there that supports me in my hobby, which is playing Pokemon Go. If you like my channel and want to see some more fun Poke videos, please hit that like and subscribe and all that good jazzy fazzy stuff. Jumpmaster out.